What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over all my pickups for New Comic Book Day, May 25th, 2022. This was an awesome week for new books. This list was very hard to put together. I picked up a total of 11 issues this week. I'm very excited to talk about them with you guys, so let's jump right into it. Alright everyone, so super quick before I get started off on this week's top 10 list, if you do enjoy the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button because it really does help out. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new videos. You won't regret it. And now everyone, as always, as I begin to talk about this week's new books, just be aware, there's definitely going to be spoilers. I get very excited talking about them, I let some stuff slip up, or I go a little bit more in depth than I would like to, but I do put a little spoiler tag down below in the corner to give you a heads up that a spoiler is about to be happening. So, to get this list started off, the first issue, and this is the only one that did not make this week's top 10 list, we've got Images, Stillwater, issue number 13. This is cover A. Honestly, this really wasn't that bad of an issue at all. These books were just that good. I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with this one. I've talked about this series so many times now. I think it's alright. I go really back and forth on it a lot. In my opinion, it's definitely going to be better read at once, just all together in a hardcover or trade paperback, but this one kind of clears some stuff up as well. We had a lot of action. It picks up pretty much directly where the last one left off, and then from there all of the characters are just coming together, figuring out their next step and like what their next move is going to be, but we get left on a very nice cliffhanger that I'm not going to be talking about at all for you guys, but it definitely gives us a direction as to where the series is going to be going, and I'm very excited for it. So if you were like me, kind of on the fence with it, like it's just alright, I think this issue in particular really just helps the series and just really boosts it forward a little bit. Let's talk about it a little bit more down below, but now let's talk about the real top 10 list. And here we go, everyone. To kick this top 10 list off first, we've got coming in at number 10. This is Marvel's Moon Knight, issue number 11. This is cover A. I thought this was another fantastic issue. I think they're doing a phenomenal job with this series, especially for new Moon Knight fans. I think they do a pretty good job getting everyone up to speed. We get to see his multiple personalities. In the beginning of the series, we got to see him just being a lot more brutal, just a lot more attacking, saving people. I really like that. But as the series progressed, it got a little bit more in-depth with the plot. We learned about some more characters, and right now, this one picks up where the last one left off, and it felt like there was a few different things happening in this one, but it still didn't feel rushed by any means. Everything felt very well paced, and overall, I just really enjoyed it. The one thing that I also really liked about this issue, and I'm not exactly sure if this is the first time we got to see him in this series, maybe the second time, but Khonshu did finally make an appearance. I like that too, really helped out Moon Knight, but overall, we got a little bit of action, but in the grand scheme of it, just a lot more plot progression. I'm excited to see where they go with this one in particular, but for all those reasons, we've got Moon Knight, issue number 11, coming in at number 10. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 9. This is Marvel's Hulk, issue number 7. This is cover A. Now, I know you're looking at this right now like, damn, AR, not only did it make the top 10 list, but it also didn't hit the 10th spot either. I thought this issue was very well done. Now I'm going into a lot of Donny Cates' series with a just brand new mindset, just the Michael Bay of comic book writing. We're going to get a lot of action, not a really in-depth plot, and if there is a plot, it's probably just going to fizzle out a little bit too. But overall, I thought this was a great issue. It picks up right where the last one left off. We've got Hulk, Thor, Iron Man is now in the mix, and everyone is just all out fighting each other. The artwork, as always, above and beyond. I'm a big fan of this series strictly for the artwork, but the one thing, I probably actually would have put this a little bit higher on the top 10 list, but the ending, I really didn't like it at all. This is definitely going to be a spoiler, and this probably won't sit well with a lot of people. But the very end, after that explosion and just Thor is now Hulk, I don't know. I really didn't like that at all. I kind of just wanted to see them go all out at each other and just fight the whole time. Maybe develop the plot a little bit, see what Odin's going to do too, but the very end, just to see Thor as Hulk, I did not like that at all. I want to hear your opinions on this one, but for those reasons, we've got Hulk, issue number 7, coming in at number 9. Now we've got coming in at number 8, this is Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 2. This is cover A. I talked about it in the last time I reviewed the first issue. I really didn't like that first issue at all. I thought to myself, man, we finally got a brand new ongoing for Spidey, and it's still not off to a great start. This second issue I honestly thought was a lot better. However, the artwork, I'm still having trouble getting past it. I really don't think it's that good at all. Even the beginning of the issue, everything that they did with Norman Osborn, I thought, man, another bad start to Spidey. This issue's not going to be good either. But then once they brought Tombstone back into it and they developed that plot line a lot more, I thought it was really good. I really liked what they did with it. But the only reason it's coming in at number 8 is mainly those reasons. The whole beginning with Norman Osborn, everything that you've read with Nick Spencer, and just how that all played out, you'd think, all right, why is Peter Parker now talking to Norman Osborn again after everything that just happened? Didn't really like that. And then the artwork, it's tough. Just my opinion on that. But for all those reasons, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 2 coming in at number 8. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 7. This is Image's Radiant Red, issue number 3. This is cover A. I thought this was another fantastic issue. I love the artwork. I believe the main characters in this one, her name is Satomi. She's the Radiant Red character. We pretty much figured out her entire just storyline going forward. It's now become just a big heist, and she's training to basically get herself ready for that heist. I really like that. We got to see some of her family. We see her really struggling just internally, what she's supposed to do with her family and just her regular life. And on top of that, the Radiant lifestyle as well. I love how they're trying to show that balance. The only issue I'm having just with the entire Radiant Black series right now is that there's a lot going on. We've got the Radiant Red series. Every once in a while, they sprinkle in an origin story of one of the other Radiant characters. I think we're up to issue 15 on the Radiant Black ongoing run. There's a lot. To me, this is going to be a phenomenal deluxe hardcover, pretty much just everything together. What I hope they do with it, though, is it's not like, for example, Radiant Black 1 through 15, and then Radiant Red 1 through 5. I hope they kind of put it in order. I don't think they will, but hey, you never know. Other than that, phenomenal series. I always say it too, if you're a Power Rangers fan, definitely check this one out. At this point, it's pretty deep. Try to find some trade paperbacks. But for all those reasons, we've got Radiant Red, issue number 3, coming in at number 7. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 6. This is Image's New Burn, issue number 7. This is cover A. This was another fantastic issue. I absolutely love New Burn. I think Chip Zdarsky is doing a phenomenal job on this one. I love the characters. I just love the detective work, how he's kind of playing a neutral card. He's working for a little bit for the cops, but he's also working for the mafia families as well. But you learn in this one that New Burn just wants to do good. When he was a cop, he couldn't really do that, and now that he's working for the family, he just kind of plays the neutral ground and just brings people to justice when he can. I love that. And that's as far as I'm going to go with this issue, because this one kind of plays off the last one where they went into that one main character's backstory on what led her to be where she is right now. I don't want to spoil anything for you. I really do think this is a great read. I think Chip Zdarsky truly has done a phenomenal job with it. But if I talk about this issue at all past that, it's really going to spoil it. And just, I believe her name is Emily, and, the families, they're after her now, and you gotta read it. I'm really hyped for the next coming issues, but for those reasons, we've got New Burn, issue number 7, coming in at number 6. And now, folks, we are down to our top 5 issues of the week, and if you are enjoying the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Now, we've got coming in at number 5 this week, this is Image's Hellcop, issue number 7. This is cover A, another fantastic issue from the Hellcop series. I'm a big fan of it. I highly recommend it. Now, if you are interested in it, obviously, we're 7 issues deep. I really don't think you fully have to read that first arc to really understand what's going on. You're obviously going to be missing out on just the aspects of Hell, the Hellcops in general, but it does feel like a brand new, fresh story. You get a nice refresher in that first issue as to what everybody's been up to as well, what happened with Virgil, and just some of the other characters too, so I think you can kind of jump into it. You'll just be a tad bit lost. I'm sure you can look it up online. Now, this issue picks up where the last one left off, and I thought they did a phenomenal job just kind of continuing the story. We got a lot more backstory just on the Sasquatches, why they were in our realm. Virgil, some of the other Hellcops, they go into Hell basically just to kind of squash the beef. The Sasquatch said that they were going to be starting a fresh war, and then there's so much backstory behind that too. It goes a lot more in depth than just that. It's a very jam-packed issue with just a lot of different plot lines going on. Like I said before, definitely check it out. I'm a big fan of this series so far, but for those reasons, we've got coming in at number 5, Hellcop, issue number 7. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 4, this is Marvel's Punisher, issue number 3. This is cover A. This is hands down my favorite issue of the series so far. I thought this one was fantastic, and I absolutely love what Jason Aaron did with it. So to go a little bit in depth with this issue in particular, I'm going to be honest, I actually really don't care about the whole main plot line that's going on right now, where this entire clan is kind of looking at the Punisher as just this leader, God, just this almighty being. That's all right. But this issue, they go deep into Frank Castle's upbringing. They were talking about it a little bit, saying, I think they said when he was 10 years old, that's when he killed his first person, and that's what just unleashed the beast in him, and that's that fire he's had the entire time. That was awesome. The one problem I kind of had with it, though, was the artwork. I really wasn't that big of a fan of the art. I kind of wish that they would have kept it the same as the rest of the issue, but I understand why they had to change it. They were showing that it was a memory, so it was going to be a little bit different to begin with, but it was cool. It showed him actually killing that first person. I'm not going to be getting in depth with it, how he did it, but man, the Punisher, he was a badass from 10 years old. So for all those reasons, we've got coming in at number 4, we have Punisher, issue number 3. And now we're down to our final 3 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children, issue number 23. This is cover A. Another fantastic issue from Something is Killing the Children. James Tynion IV done another phenomenal job on it. I'm a huge fan of the series. I'm definitely very biased towards it. Not a lot of stuff did happen in this issue. It kind of picks up where the last one left off. We get to see all the different characters. Erica, she got herself into a little bind. She's trying to get herself out of it. They kind of talk about a new monster that's on the loose. I like that too. I believe her name was Gabby. We got to see what she's up to. She got a nice little attitude to her. I'm excited to see how they implement that character a little bit more. But the one thing that I loved about this issue, because like I said, not a lot of action, not a lot of stuff happened, but Cecilia is up to no good. The Order of St. George's, they're bringing in a brand new character to basically kill Erica. I loved it. I'm excited to see what they do with it. All the characters are about to be coming together. I'm sure a few issues deep, there's going to be a lot of action. I'm pumped for it. I'm stoked. I want to hear your opinions down below, but for those reasons, we've got Something is Killing the Children, issue number 23, coming in at number 3. And next up this week, we've got coming in at number 2. This is Images, The Department of Truth, issue number 18. This is cover A. James Tynion IV has done it again. First, we've got Something is Killing the Children this week. Follow that up with The Department of Truth. He had 2 bangers. Boom Studios killed it with that one, and now we've got Image on this one. This was another incredible issue from the Department of Truth. I've talked about it in the past. I absolutely love how they're implementing all of these different conspiracies together for some issues, but I wanted them to get a little bit back on track with just Cole, the Department of Truth in general. I wanted a little bit more just developed plot, and that's exactly what this issue was. We got to see what Cole was up to and just how he's not handling things just, I guess, physically and mentally. The Department of Truth is finally taking a toll on him on everything that he's been dealing with over the last 18 issues now. And they go a little bit more in depth with that too. Lee Harvey Oswald makes a small appearance, but it's just kind of Cole dealing with himself and all of his inner problems. But then once all that gets out of the way, then they develop the plot on where this whole arc is going to be going. I loved it. Definitely check it out. Like I always say, you need to find the back issues on this one. And if you don't want to spend the money on the back issues, 100% the trade paperbacks. But for all of those reasons, we've got the Department of Truth, issue number 18, coming in at number 2. And here we go, everyone. This is it, my number 1 read of the week. We've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is Images, Philadelphia, issue number 22. This is cover A. This series has come such an incredible way from the beginning of just some vampires here and there. The detectives trying to figure out what's going on in Philadelphia. They didn't even believe that vampires existed. To just an all-out vampire war taking over the city of Philadelphia. To werewolves, to magic, to witches. This series is insane. This one, a lot of stuff is happening just like the other ones, but we got a little bit more backstory. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but one of the witches, we got to learn a lot of stuff about her. Seesaw made another appearance, and now there's another character that's being introduced as well. We got the vampires who's trying to start this massive war. They're basically on the brink of extinction. We've got all these other characters trying to take down the vampires as well, and just there is a ton of stuff going on. I love this series. The artwork has definitely grown on me as the series progressed because it just fits so well with the story that's trying to be told. But for all those reasons, we absolutely have coming in at number 1 this week, Philadelphia, issue number 22. So what do you guys think about this week's New Comic Book Day? In my opinion, I thought this was a fantastic week. The indies, as always, killed it. Something is Killing the Children, Department of Truth, Philadelphia, all phenomenal reads. And for them to release all the same week, oh, I was happy. They could have been the only ones that came out this week and I would have been pumped. Even Marvel, I really enjoyed those issues as well. Some of them, I had a few problems with a couple of the issues, but overall still very enjoyable. Now, I know a lot of you are probably waiting for me to review Ice Cream Man issue number 30. I forgot to grab it. I know you guys know already, I've talked about it in the past, I don't really have a pull list, I just kind of go to my LCS and hope for the best, and Ice Cream Man issue number 30 this week happened to be one of those. They didn't have extra copies, they may have. I ended up picking up cover B for issue number 29, so now I have cover A and cover B for that issue. I thought it was issue number 30, I didn't look at it, I totally spaced out, my bad. If you did get it and you enjoyed it, let's talk about it down below, and thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, it really does help out, and if you you want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.